Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm here to talk to you about emetophobia. It is the phobia of vomiting, and specifically of getting sick. I have emetophobia, so this will be easy to talk about. Some people say that it's the worst phobia ever, mainly because of the fact that if you compare it to other ones, like fear of heights or a phobia of snakes, you can avoid those in everyday life. You can choose not to go high places or choose not to go places where snakes are. But with something like a metaphobia, you can't avoid that. Like every people are gonna get sick. You're eventually gonna get sick, and it's just absolutely awful. And another reason why it's the worst is that, of course, it's triggered. Well, at least for me, by stomach pains, and when you get nervous, your stomach hurts out of nerves, and I, having this phobia, interpret those stomach pains from nerves to mean that I'm feeling sick, so I get even more worried. Usually it's always caused by an initial event when you were younger. For me, I know the event, it was second grade Christmas, and let's see, I was in New Jersey visiting my family, and we all got sick with a, a neurovirus, and that's basically makes you puke a whole bunch. And that's the reason why I'm afraid of throwing up, because just of how horrific of an experience that was for me. I was diagnosed with emetophobia shortly after, when I missed a lot of school, and I've had it ever since, and it's been absolutely awful. For example, sophomore year, I missed mostly a month of school. It caused me to pretty much fail sophomore year, but that's alright. It's a lot of pain, like not physical pain, but psychological pain. It's, in a way, panic attack after panic attack after panic attack. And right when I couldn't take it anymore, I saw a psychologist who prescribed the medication. I want to say that it causes no emotion, like there's a disconnect between your frontal lobe and everything else, because I don't have any emotions when I'm on this, and I'm kind of like a zombie. But it's just a little pill, like maybe this big, orange and white. Take one, it lasts for like 7 hours, so that gave me immediate comfort and allowed me to relax. Eventually, one treatment they usually use for people with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and people with PTSD are usually from the army or some sort of military that have been in war, and they come back after something very stressful has happened to them, and they just can't let it go. And basically, your emotional side of the brain is very irrational, while logically you know that you're safe at home. It's America, the war's not going on, but yet your emotional side is irrational and feels that there still is war, and you're very scared. It's kind of the same way with the emetophobia, where logically I know throwing up is completely normal and it really doesn't have that many downsides, but emotionally I don't. And EMDR helps connect the two sides of your brains to understand, have the emotional side understand the logical side, and that has really helped me. I've recently been able to be around people that are throwing up, but if knowing that they're not actually sick with a bug, if they were sick with a stomach bug, there's no way I'd be able to be there. And that's pretty big for me, because I was in that situation only like 5 years ago or so. There's no way I'd be able to be in any situation like that. Strangely enough, I don't know why people expect people with emetophobia to probably throw up a lot, but I have rarely thrown up since childhood, and I've only thrown up once in the past 10 years because I'm really careful about everything I do. I wanted to see other people, possibly famous people, who might have this, and I was actually surprised. Some people that have it are, let's see, Cameron Diaz, she has it, and I was very surprised to hear that. I don't know, I just wouldn't have expected it. Denise Richards has it. Howie Mandel has it. I've known that. He's a germaphobe, and definitely this is one big root disorder which could cause other phobias to occur. Like in me, for a while I was a germaphobe. Stuff like that. Stuff to keep me away from puking. One interesting thing is that it's directly connected to anorexia, for the fact that you're afraid to eat anything if you have it. And I know I would go days without eating, and I wouldn't be hungry, and every time I ate something I'd feel absolutely sick. I personally don't understand how people can just throw up whenever or anything like that. It's been really rough having this. And that's my presentation on the horrors of emetophobia.